Hi there, this is Josh from Hedgehog, and today I wanted to show you how you can find out whether a customer has visited a specific page on your website on their route to becoming a customer. For example, that might be your blog, it might be an About Us section, it might be a FAQ or an info section, but quite regularly it might be a blog, for example. What I'm going to show you is how you can find out in Google Analytics whether a user has viewed that and what you can do with that information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to my other screen. And so here we are in Google Analytics. So there's two ways that I'm going to show you how you can do this. One is if you go to the Behavior tab, you click it, go to Site Content, and then you go to Landing Pages. What this is going to do is it's going to bring up a page where it will show us all of the different landing pages that people have come to, which is where they've started their journey on your website. Now what this will do is it'll actually inform us of a page that we know people have visited, and it was actually the first page they visited on our website. And so for best data, in this instance, I'm going to click this transaction button, and what that's going to say is it's going to tell us which pages people landed on with the most transactions. So we can see that that is in order from home, basket, store, and then even down to these other forms of pages. That's going to tell us what page they originally came to, and if you have a blog on your website, then I'd recommend going into this search pane and writing blog and then clicking to segment via blog. Now very importantly, this is showing us the conversions of e-commerce, but you can also use this to look at different kinds of goals, whether it's collecting leads or contact information from users. Now that's one way to check it out. Another way that I'm going to show you is if we actually go to acquisition, all traffic, channels. Now I'm just taking us here because I wanted to show it within this pane, but where I actually want to go is right at the top. And you can see that we're currently looking at all users, 100% of users. I want us to create a new segment. So we're going to click this new segment button, this big red, and then click sequences. And so sequences are very strong. What it does is it will segment our audience based on actions that they have taken on our website, and it will only show us data from those users. So here, what we're going to do is we want to include. Now, very important to change this to users, not sessions. Users are individual users. Sessions are a time period in which users have come. So for example, you can have more than one session per user. Now, sequence start. I'm going to say that any user interaction, not first user interaction. So I'm going to say at any point in time has the below happened. Now, step one is page contains. Now, this will have a drop down. So I'm actually going to click the home button here. What I would like you to do if you have a blog is to actually type in blog there, and then that will come up with the amount of people who have visited the blog at a point in time on your website. Now I'm going to click that, and it's going to start updating on the right hand side how many users have visited the /home in their journey. That's 62.8% of users. Now what I want us to do now is to actually add a step, because I want to track if transactions per user are equal to or greater than 1. So how many people viewed the page /home during their process, but then also had one or more transactions to their user account. And we can see that it's actually updated for us on the right hand side, 0.09% of users, which is 133 users in 291 sessions. And I'm going to call this viewed /home then transaction. And so we can actually have this now as a segment, so we can understand ongoing how many of our users have actually viewed this page viewed that page, in this instance /home, or it might be /blog, it might be /about us, in their process to purchasing. And we can see that every day, how much of an effect that might have. And then, because if you remember, we actually went to acquisition, all traffic, channels at the start, we can actually see which channels are driving people to view this page in their journey towards transacting or taking action on the website. So that's all for today. Thanks for listening. I'm Josh from Hedgehog. Cheers.